Coach, certainly a workman-like effort tonight. Wasn't pretty in the first half. Obviously a little more energy in the second half, but throughout the entire course of the game, defense kind of kept you in it, and certainly had that great stretch defensively when you went zone and sort of turned the game around again.
No, without a doubt, I thought our guys really just competed. We had different guys step up. I thought the first half I was really disappointed in our rebounding effort. I think we had 3 offensive rebounds. Now, there wasn't a lot of missed shots because there wasn't a lot of possessions, but still that for us, 3 out of 13 shots is less than 30%. We got to get more than that. And then in the second half, we went zone. That was a great call by Coach, and that caused us to, guard them a little bit better, and they did a great job recognizing where the shooters were, where the drivers were. And I thought Jabril was huge in battling inside.
Alec Peters as well.
Those two dominated the game as a physicality standpoint the whole second half. And then Keith gave us that support, making a couple plays. And so a good night for everybody.
Thought maybe the highlight play of the night came at a key point. It was a 3-point game off of kind of a loose rebound situation. Look at his head out of bounds. David Scar not only made an incredible save, sort of fighting through traffic, but he got to Darian Walker, who knocked down a 3, and it seemed to be a much more comfortable situation after that.
Oh, without a doubt. Tonight is a physical game. Every time you play Wright State and Valpo play, you're going to have to make some plays where it's not as fluid as some other plays in some other games, and I think that happened there. Everybody's scrapping for the ball, and Scar did a good job of getting Darian the ball. And I thought Darian played really good tonight. I thought he made big shots when we need them. He rebounded the ball well. He was just physical. He went after it, and that was a big part of the win.
How about Keith in general? Looked like he was comfortable. He went down one time. It looked like maybe he banged his knee. But again, looked very comfortable out on the court. Looks like there's no rust there. He got 19 minutes of action. And when you made the big spurt, it was a 14-0 run, Keith was out on the court.
Without a doubt, what happened, I think, is he got knocked down, and he hadn't got knocked down since he got knocked down a couple months ago. And he realized, you know what, I can take a little pain and keep going. And he got knocked down again, and both those just got his juices going. Hopefully, Rod and him can work everything out for this next week so he feels good. But, he was huge. Once again, our point guards, I think they handled the ball really. Victor didn't have a turnover to the end in the last segment or so. He had a couple silly ones, but he was handling the ball well. Keith obviously handles the ball well. So that gave us 2 guys that were distributing, and then both of them made a 3. So getting 2 threes out of our point guard position was huge too.
You look ahead now. The scenario is, obviously could change depending on what happens tomorrow between Milwaukee and Cleveland State. But the bottom line is you got 2 tough road games ahead, and you may have to win them both to get back at home.
Without a doubt. But that just makes you better. So let's get out on the road and let's go get some W's. Detroit's playing. Detroit is a team that every night they beat Cleveland State at their place. And so,
by the way, they came out today and hit the first 11 shots against Youngstown State on the road.
Yeah, and that's what they can do. They can heat up and they can get after it quick. So we're gonna have to be ready to play that game. And then Cleveland State, they beat Green Bay twice. They went up there and beat them in overtime. And so the pass that Cleveland State and us has taken during the conference has been very similar. So, but they got that win up at Green Bay. So yeah, we got to win those games. And I would love for Milwaukee to help us a little bit tomorrow, but I'm not banking on that. I'm banking on us having to get on the road and win games.
Well, 12 out of the last 13 in the win column, and seem to find ways to win in every different aspect, and that says something about this team. I guess maybe the constant has been the ability to shut teams down and rebound and keep you in games when maybe the offense isn't there. Maybe tonight was kind of one of those nights, but just keep finding ways to win in different ways, and that says something about your team.
Todd, me and you've been in this league for a while now. We kind of, that's the only way you get it done. You can't outscore people every night. You can't just out defend them every night. You got to find some different way. Sometimes it's scoring, sometimes because this league is every night guys are going to compete, especially going to compete against us. And the Wright State competes against everybody. And I think they got a little extra juice when they play Valpo. So, last year they swept us, and this year we got them twice. But I hate to play them. They're going to be a great tournament team too because they're going to get more people healthy. So. You just got to come and play. And I thought today in the second half, the rebounding effort by Alec and Jabril and all the guys that said, hey, I'm getting every ball on both ends. That was the key to the game.
Ended up with 13 offensive rebounds. Almost all came in the second half. Yep. And a great win, Coach. And let's get them on the road next week.
Sounds good. Take care.